Hey guys, this is loops in Python. We would start with 5 quiz questions. A lot of these questions show up in the interview. The first question is, can you use some reserved keyword in Python as the name of your function? Can you do it? Can you not do it? So the answer is yes, but to reset it, you have to reset the scope of the Python or delete that variable. So for example, sum is a reserved keyword, and we can define sum as whatever we want using the def function, but you see this green shows that it's already a reserved keyword like def. While when I use sum11, any other different name than sum, it does not turn green. So Python allows you to play with reserved keywords. You can also delete those keywords by writing del and sum, so that sum was whatever it was. So you can use reserved keyword in Python, but you have to delete it, otherwise the function and behavior would go bad. Therefore you have to be careful while using keywords like list, because Python will allow you to use anything. So that's the question. Why is it green? The answer is because it's a reserved variable. It's reserved by Python. It's telling you, hey, don't use this. But if you still use it, Python is not going to stop you from doing that. And all other functions, when you give the name, they turn out to be blue. Like here, check samosa is blue, sum is blue, and everything else comes out to be blue. Delete is like something that Python uses. So that was the question, why does not it turn up blue? And can you use the reserved keyword in Python? The answer is yes. Okay, here I showed an example of another sum11. This should be ideal way where it's going to turn out blue. Okay, this is a function. Inside the function there is a loop, and you have an input. The function does not return anything. There is nothing that it gives back. Input is, from here I can find out that input is something that should be iterable. Python does not force us to talk about that variable. So input is something iterable. If n, and we are looping through this input, and n is going to take each of these values. So first n is going to become carrot, then tomato, then mooli, then it's going to become bhindi, then broccoli, then potato, karela, and samosa. If n is equal to samosa, if this condition is good, then it's going to print number, whatever its number is. A number is going to keep increasing by 1 and good. Otherwise it's going to print the number and bad. So it's printing the number that gets increased by 1, and based on this logic it's printing whether, so only samosa is good, everything else is bad. It's like you're trying to filter it based on a logic. We can write list comprehension to do this kind of stuff as well, which we talk about in the intermediate level. But right now n takes in everything. So let me show you an example, and n could be anything. So if I say for xxx in m print m, so it prints out it prints out everything one by one. So whenever you write a for something in something, this turns out, this moves to be sequentially everything. So that's it. And to invoke this, you have to call this function and give this as an input. Many of the times we get a code like this one, and we have to create a function out of that. The next is, there are 2 loops, and both are for loops. For loops can turn out to be infinite loop because they don't stop, so you have to be careful about that. We start with line equal to 1, and we are going to keep doing till line is less than or 5. So whenever line becomes greater than 5, you are not going to do it. So this is going to turn till the time line becomes 5, and when it exits, line is going to be 6. That's point 1. Now we go inside, and if there was nothing here and I just print the line, then it's going to just print me a line. So whenever I want to break this kind of function, I'm going to break it down here, and I'm going to just print. Whenever I want to break anything in Python, I would just create a simpler example out of that. This indentation is wrong. Oh. Yeah. So this is a simple. Now while this thing happened, we are trying to change. Are we changing line anywhere inside this? No, but we are using line to loop something. So we are saying while position or POS, if this is less than position, print position, else don't print the position. So first position is 1 less than line, the answer is no, so it's going to print the position. Then its position remains the same, is 1 less than line, which is 2, and whenever position is touched, it gets increased. So the last time when it came, it printed a position, and now after that it increased by 1. So let's see if we can do this manually using our hand. So I'm going to keep a track of all of them on a paper one by one. Okay. So I'm going to keep a record of this one by one. So to start with, line was 1 and position was 1. So we just printed the position and we did not do anything. We went again this time. This time position is 1, line is 2. So we are going to print position, which is 1, and we are going to increase position by 1. So now position is 2 and line was 2. Now line is 3. So we are going to print the position and position is going to become 3, and we are going to come back and so on. So that's how it works. Now when that is not true, it again prints the position. So you have to draw this line by line. Try to do it. If you have any questions, let me know. This is a hard one to see how it increases. So you should be able to draw this without even looking at the output. So I draw the first 3 for you, and then you have to keep on going. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one is creating this pyramid. It starts with I equal to 1, and it says while I is less than 11, j equal to 0, and while j is less than I, print this, don't go to the next line, and j is equal to j plus 1. So this loop is going to run and it's going to keep printing star. It's not going to go to the next line because it says don't go to the next line, instead put a blank string, and this is going to go all the time. So let's see how it's going to work. First I is 1, j is 0. Is j less than 1? The answer is yes. So it's going to print 1 and j is going to become 2. Is 2 less than 1? The answer is no. So the main loop is going to play. So now I becomes 2. When I becomes 2, we come back here in this loop. Is j, and j is again 0. So is j, which is 0, less than 2? The answer is yes. And j becomes 1. Is 1 less than 2? The answer is yes. So this loop runs 2 times. So in the starting, this loop runs 1 time. Now it runs 2 times. Then it's going to run 3 times. And that's how the loop is going to keep working. At the end, when j would be 11, j would be 10, it's going to print, but it's not going to come back in because 11 is not. And at that time, it's going to print 11. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This should be 11. So that's how it's printing. So it comes inside each time, and I goes from 0 to 10. So it keeps on printing 10. I would become 11 the last time. So it's not going to work. So the last time it's going to work will be when I is equal to 10. That's the last time when it's going to work. So correction, this would be 10. You can make it smaller and run it. Just make it 3 and run it. It's going to only print 2 because at 2 it's going to stop. So the value of I is 3. But the last time when the loop ran, I was 2, which made the loop work. So try to practice this loop and let me know if you have any questions.